I'm author Julie Dilloneth, and this is Camilla and the Fall Festival. Written by me, illustrated by Laura Wood, and published by Imagination Press. Let's get started. Fall was Camilla's favorite time of year. Dried leaves swirling on the breeze made the air smell like her most treasured old maps. Less daylight meant more cozy time to curl up in bed with a book. And the best thing of all, what Camilla looked forward to most, was the Fall Festival. She could almost taste the hazelnut bread and chestnut pudding, could almost feel the warmth of the bonfire. She imagined how the forest would look, decorated just like last year. The festival songs hummed through her head as she gathered her mapping supplies. She danced on her hoof tips all the way to her neighbor Parsley's house. "It's time to organize the harvesting hunt," Camilla said, just like last year. Camilla's whiskers quivered and her snout shivered. It was time to map. Parsley scouted out the most plentiful nut trees, while Camilla, the cartographer, drew a map of where to find them. Together, everyone collected the food for the feast and transformed the forest into a wonder of berries and garlands, pine cone patterns, and leaf art. It was a captivating cacophony of creativity. Camilla counted down the days. The night before the festival, as the chestnuts roasted and the hazelnuts toasted, the wind whispered against the windows. By the time the bread baked up golden brown, the wind howled around the chimneys. In the morning, the day of the Fall Festival, Camilla could not believe her eyes. The wind had destroyed everything. "It's ruined!" Parsley cried. The warm glow in Camilla's heart turned cold. She felt empty. "Can we fix it?" "Impossible!" Parsley pointed in all directions. Everything blew hither and thither. "I saw vines clear across the meadow," a sparrow said, swooping in from the sky. "They were too heavy for me to bring back." Camilla could not believe it. No Fall Festival. A squirrel bounded into the clearing. "Some of the berries landed near my house," she said. "The leaf art ended up back on the trees," a crow cackled. As Camilla listened to her friends, her whiskers began to quiver. Then her snout shivered. She had an idea. "Maybe we could find everything, bring it back, and redo the decorations," she said. "We could make a map like a treasure hunt." Everyone got busy. Birds flew through the forest and reported in on where things had landed after being blown away by the storm. Camilla drew a map, marking those locations. She drew in plenty of landmarks so her forest friends could find their way with the map. Just like for the harvesting hunt, they used Camilla's map, but this time to collect the lost decorations. And here is Camilla's map, and you can see that's got a map title. The legend over here tells us what the different map symbols mean. So the red X is where the lost objects are, right? The animals reported where those were. And let's see, we've got paths. The dashed lines are the paths through the forest. The river is the blue line. This tree symbol is the festival location, so that's going to be over here. That's where the festival is being held. And now the forest friends are going to go to find all these different places and bring back those lost decorations. We just got some landmarks, like the well, and that's here on the legend too, the big rock, so that people can orient themselves, or the animals can orient themselves in the landscape and use the map to find the decorations. We also have a compass rose here that shows the directions north, south, east, and west. So you can see which locations would you go to find the lost objects and how would you get there following the paths. And is there more than one path you could take to get to some of these objects? By the afternoon, Camilla looked around and smiled from tusk to tusk. Warmth filled her heart to overflowing. The Fall Festival was happening after all. It looked different in many ways. but in all the important ways, it felt the same. So when it started to rain, as they sang songs around the bonfire, Camilla knew that it would be okay. Even though it wasn't just like last year, it was a fantastic fall festival. And that's the end. Hope you enjoyed Camilla and the Fall Festival. Check out the other Camilla adventures on More Storytime videos. There are 4 of them, one set in each of the 4 seasons. Bye-bye.